It's got a soul, this hero farm. It falls asleep inside my arms. We work the fields under the stars. The love is here at Gold Shop Farms. Well, city life, yeah, it had its charms, but we would dream of the fields under the stars. I fall asleep inside its arms. The love is here at Gold Shop Farms. The love is here at Gold Shop Farms.
How's everybody doing tonight? I'm really glad to be here with you guys. I am coming to you live from my office here on the farm. And yeah, I figured it'd be fun to just sort of hop on here and have kind of like an impromptu live chat. I said that I'd be doing more of these as the winter rolled around, and we're definitely in winter now. Allison's working tonight, so it was just me and Lil Barn Cat, and I didn't feel like watching TV. And I figured, hey, why don't I hang out with you guys? And I will also admit I have a little bit of an ulterior motive. We're getting very close to our fundraising goal for Feeding America, trying to raise $10,000 over the last little bit more than a month. And yeah, if you guys would love to contribute, if you could willing to contribute tonight, it'd be super, super helpful. But yeah, I'll be hanging out for the next little bit, taking your questions, shooting the breeze, giving you updates. But yes, I will be back. I saw somebody ask this question earlier. I will be back next week. Next Wednesday is always our official farm meeting, which happens the first Wednesday of the month. But yeah, I just felt like coming on here and hanging out with you guys and shooting the breeze. And so what's going on? What's happening, Harrison? Good to see you there. And I saw, oh gosh, I see a ton of people. Hey, Piper Lee, what's going on? Good to see you guys. It's always fun to hang out. All right, first question of the night. It's going to come right here from David. Tell us about our editor. How did I find her? How did I negotiate a fee? Well, so Valerie, my editor, as I think I've talked about in previous videos, basically I just kind of put out on a couple of message boards and forums, like saying, hey, I'm looking for an editor, and got some reels from people, and then basically did a trial basis, and then we just kind of worked out what she felt like would be fair, and kind of went from there. It's not too much more magical than that, but yeah, I'm super lucky to have her. She's actually down south. She's in like not even remotely close to me. So really what happens is I upload the footage, she downloads the footage, she does her edit, sends it to me. I usually will do my edit, and we'll go from there. Think you, Mary Swanson, by the way. You were the first it looks like you're the first donor of the night. Maybe hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. I know, and folks are asking if I can do slow chat. I think it is in slow mode chat. I think there's just a number of folks here, so it's a little bit hopping right now. So all right, let's go into it. Hey, Joni, happy birthday. I hope you have a great birthday. I hope your day today was a good one. All right, let's see what other questions we got here. I'm going to try to go rapid fire tonight and not get hung up too much. All right, tell us about how USDA facilities limit you. So, I mean, I'm not sure I guess I'll take a little issue with how the question's asked. So, there are different laws when it comes to processing meat. Like if I were to take a cow or a steer and butcher them on my farm, I really can't sell that meat. I can, have it for myself. I can give it to friends and family, but I can't sell it commercially. If I were to take that steer and take it to a state inspected plant here in Vermont, I could sell it within the state, but I can't sell it across state lines. And so the whole concept of like me selling beef jerky to you guys online wouldn't be possible. Hey, Corvega, thank you for that super chat donation. I really appreciate it. Awesome. So when that comes down to it, that like will sorry, got totally losing my track. I'm reading too many chats and trying to talk at the same time. So that keeps me from there. USDA inspected facilities allow me to take that meat and I can now sell it. The problem is if I take it to a USDA facility and say like I get back cuts of meat like I did for Kurt Cobain, as soon as I open that package, and if I were to open that package and then try to turn it into beef jerky, I could not sell it now across state lines because it's no longer USDA inspected. I broke open the label essentially. I've tampered with it. It's no longer USDA inspected. What I would need to do is process my beef jerky at a USDA inspected facility. And right now there's really only 2 places, and neither of them I could quite work out a situation that would work where I could do that anywhere around me. So unfortunately, that is the case. So yes, it does limit for sure. All right. When do you plan on getting pigs? Hereford bull, I probably will get pigs. It'll be, I'm going to guess like April, May, if I had to guess, like put a time. I don't have exactly the time. Oh, by the way, thank you. A couple more donations. Anonymous was there, and Johanna Trahan. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated, guys. This is awesome. I think it's a good cause. Okay, could the calendars be posted to Australia? So unfortunately not. So the way is, in case everybody's wondering, yes, we do have more Goldshaw Farm calendars for sale. We also have a few more Goldshaw Farm Toby Dog plushies for sale, all on our website, goldshawfarm.com. Unfortunately, though, the calendars, we right now, just the way we're set up for shipping, we can't do the international shipping. Hopefully next year we'll be able to work it out, but just right now, it's just not something we're going to be able to pull off. So I apologize, but sorry. Well, John, I don't think I do it very well is the real answer. I try to do both, and I try to kind of follow through the queue. And that's why it's actually super helpful when people do put their questions in caps, because it helps me do it like I can see it better. But yeah, I get distracted all the time. I lose my train of thought. It's hard. I find it to be the hardest part of doing live streaming is trying to be my own producer and like talk to you guys at the same time. It's hard. Would I grow cannabis? I've actually explored it in the past. I've grown CBD hemp here on the farm in years past. I probably will do it again. I don't think I'm going to ever do it at scale or in a significant way, just kind of for a host of reasons. Number one, probably that you got to really be a spot on horticulturalist to do that well and be successful. And I just don't think I have those skills. And so I don't foresee me doing that. So yeah. Okay. What else we got going on? Do the cats ever catch birds? Very, very rarely. I think by my count, I have seen 3 birds go down over the course of the entire year. While I don't love that fact, like I found one robin once, and I know that Jeannie Barncat, I caught her with a sparrow once, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Like, I'm sorry. See, I was just reading another question and trying to answer at the same time. But yeah, it really was only 3. So I see it as a cost of doing business. So there you go. Okay, when is Randy Savage the bull coming? So Randy Macho Man Savage is going to be coming in January-ish, maybe early February. Actually, Janet and Ray, who are the farmers who are raising Randy, who actually is where he's coming from, they actually came to our farm today, and I gave him a little tour, and we chatted for a bit. Janet was saying that she's probably going to wean him a little later than she thought, and so he probably won't be ready to like late January, early February is what we're looking at. But yeah, he will be coming. I'm super excited about it. The other thing I'll say, and you guys won't probably see this in a video for a little while, but later this week, the snip's happening for Jimi Hendrix and for Joey Ramone. Thank you, Corvega. Gosh, wow. Thank you. All right. What did I have for dinner tonight? Okay, well, and I actually saw somebody ask an earlier question about this that connects. So I had venison for dinner tonight. I had some ground venison on a salad. It was wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it. The source of the venison, though, wasn't mine. Even though I went out, actually, the most I ever went hunting this year. I went out 11 different mornings, sat out in my hunting blind with my rifle, just waiting. I saw a couple of does, but I did not see a single buck. Did not take a single shot. And so I was unsuccessful with my deer hunting this year. I actually think I might try to learn how to do muzzle loading next, so that I can actually extend my hunting season out more. But yeah, I was unsuccessful this year. But my neighbor did give me some venison because I let him actually cut through my property and do a little hunting on my property. And he was very grateful and gave me some venison, which was super nice. And it's been absolutely wonderful because I love venison. So yeah, there you go. You know, I don't know if I'm going to ever get turkeys. I don't think I'm going to rush to do it. I think, you know, for me, turkeys, like I see them as competing with geese, and like I'd rather specialize and do something different. There's a lot of other folks in the area who do turkeys, and like, you know, nobody else does geese. And so I think as a better business decision, it's to be unique. I think it's sometimes better to be different than to be better. And so that's where you see me focusing on something like geese, which were very profitable for this year. And I actually was just doing some of the spreadsheet work earlier today on the farm, kind of wrapping up my books for the year end. And I'm going to be doing one of those videos similar to what I did last year about how much money I made on the farm. And I'll break it all down for you, but you'll see why like geese make more sense. And I might even try to do like a little side-by-side financial comparison day if I were to do turkeys. So yeah. Oh, hey, Sarah. You know, I could see possibly doing that. I'll text her. I'll ask her that she'd be interested in that at some point. Yeah, you know what? I like that idea. I think, yeah, maybe for next year, because I'll change up the recipes for next year. Like the soaps that I have for this year, they're set. Like they're all actually done. I know I posted the video today. And they're all out there. But yeah, but for next year, I definitely will. Ooh, this is a good one, Game Farmer. It's so good. I'm going to have to crack open a beverage because I'm getting a little parched. And by the way, in case anybody's wondering, I'm drinking tonight. Orabora is this like really bougie seltzer company. This is not sponsored by any way, but like I really like them because they have like these really interesting flavors. Like this one is peppermint watermelon, and it's wonderful. Would you ever put a bulk feeder in like small? Yeah, you know what? Yes. I'm actually looking at and pricing it out right now, Game Farmer. Because at this point, I get all my feed in bags and then I dump the bags into barrels. The bags make a lot of trash, even though I can recycle a lot of them, even though they come mostly from this local company. Like I would rather just have them show up with their truck, which they can do, and fill up like a big storage silo. And so I might next year put in some storage silos for bird feed, as well as, especially if I'm going to have pigs too. Like they take a lot of feed. And so that might be something you see me do in the not too distant future. Okay. What else do we got for questions? You know, Jaden, someday I could see doing some sheep. I could see, So here's what I would say. So the sequence that I have right now, the cattle are definitely going to be a big long-term future focus for the farm. I love raising cattle. I've been working on an experiment with the cattle that I want to talk to you guys about in a minute. And so I plan to keep doing more of that. The pigs are like me kind of testing the waters on something. I might like raising pigs. I might hate raising pigs. If I hate raising pigs, I think I would then probably very quickly the next year test out raising sheep. If I love raising pigs, it might be a longer time before I go into sheep. But I think long-term, I would like to have sheep, unlike goats, which I never think I will have goats. So yeah, there you go. All right. I got to, by the way, shout out to my mods because I see a number of them here. Kathy from North Star Prepsteader, Rose from Wholesome Roots, Tammy from the Gillette Homestead, Jack from the Mindful Homestead, Lynette from 13 Moons Over Mayhem. Like, seriously, guys, please go show these folks love, support them. Yeah, thank you guys, because without you, these would not be possible. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that, Violet. All right. Travis set this up. Okay, so if you guys have been following me on TikTok, you know how far things have been progressing with the cow milking situation. But I'm going to first play a little video clip for you, and then I'll talk about it. Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, another day and another attempt. I need to following some suggestions and getting a rubber mat. It seems to be working pretty well. She's coming up here more easily now. Watch, I can try to get her up here. Come on, Audrey. Come on, back up. Come on. Come on up. course, you might be scared of little Ginny hanging out down here. Oh, you can do it. You can do it. You know you can. I think I need to get more of these mats. Good job, girl. And eventually I'm going to need to get her head through this head gate. So I'm going to mount the bucket up here. You can see little Belinda Carlisle trying to get in on the action. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hope Ann didn't get stuck right there. Yeah, so I have been working with the cattle. I built a milking stanchion, as you see here. I was actually fine-tuning the design. Just yesterday, I actually put another crossbar in so that the cows can't put their head in like that. Yes. Yeah, like it's been an experience. I have not milked anybody yet. What I will say about milking the cows is, even though I thought Ariel was going to be the cow that I ended up milking, Audrey, the black cow that you saw up there on the ramp, she is the one who seems to be the one most likely to want to go up. She's like our lead cow. She's our bossiest cow, and she like always wants to get to the treats first. And so that ambition has gotten her getting to a place up there. But yeah, Leah, I actually got the other cow unstuck. Anna Green Gables is free. So yeah. All right. What other questions do we got here? Okay. Oh, E. Coley asks, is Abby, you're a big Abby fan? Well, I'm a big Abby fan too. Is Abby in the calendar? And the answer is yes. Abby is, what month is Abby? I can tell you. Oh, there you go. Abby Dog is April of 2023. You'll have your Abby picture right there. I think there might be actually a second one in here. Maybe actually no, that was it. So yeah, Abby is our April color girl in our calendar. So yes, there is an Abby picture in there. Okay, Ronald asks, is construction finished for the year? And the answer is no. So we have had a remarkably long fall period, stick season period here in Vermont. Even though we got a little bit of snow, pretty much all the snow is melted at this point. And actually, I can show you a camera test. I was doing this yesterday. Actually, Alfred is working on the farm right now, and he's putting in the foundation for the new barn. So you can kind of see it here. Let me see if I can get you a better angle. So see these concrete pillars that are on Alfred's trailer? He's burying them in the ground right now. And our goal is to get them all leveled and placed and buried before things really freeze up. Because what's going to happen after that is in the springtime, I've got a barn building crew coming in I think late April, early May, where they're going to build the barn. So really probably by June-ish, mid-June, we're going to have the barn complete. It's going to be basically where you see it right here. But yeah, Alfred is working as we speak. He was out there again today. I think he'll finish putting in all the piers tomorrow. There's going to be 24 of them, and it's looking really, really good. I'm excited about it. Okay, has Abby changed her behavior? Anyway, since she's been outside 24/7, you know what? I think she's actually matured a little bit more. I think with the extra space, Abby has chilled out a little bit. She's doing really well around the farm. She's doing really well with her commands. When I do give her direct access to the birds with her in the morning, she's actually on her best behavior. So yeah, I would say that it is she's doing better and better. I'm very proud of how far she's come. That has been if you were going to ask me what the biggest challenge on the farm this year was, I think it was actually working with Abby. And overall, I don't know. I feel it wasn't easy, but I'm happy where it's ending up. Cats can get tapeworm from eating things they kill. I found that hard way. Yes, absolutely. So for all of my, holy smokes. Wait, I got to stop the presses here. Sorry. Nate, thank you for that very, very generous donation, man. Super appreciated from Nate there. Wow, that's incredible. Wow, we're up to $7,500. Thank you, Nate. Wow. Sorry, I'm sorry, Onward Bound. I'm just floored by Nate's generosity. Thank you, Nate. You rock. So yeah. Let's see. So, but yeah, back to your question. I do give the cats a parasite treatment that I get from my vet. So that helps with that sort of thing. Oh, winter mode is way more chill than farm mode. Like, right now my life's not that hard. Like, I get up in the morning, I go out and do chores, I work on some stuff. Right now my little mini project is trying to milk the cows. I'm helping Alfred with some of the stuff he's doing there. It's not that hard, to be honest. Summer is a lot more work. Summer's a lot harder. No doubt about it. Would you ever do a collab with other homestead YouTubers? Oh, I mean, I have in the past, and I guarantee you I will in the future. Yeah, I love making videos with other folks. Yeah, most definitely. Favorite bands? Oh, okay. I got something to share with you. Hold on a second. Let me pull something up. So there's this new thing. I think it's like a viral thing on Facebook where people are making like what's your dream concert based on your Spotify playlist. And let me try to see if I can share with you guys a window, share this. This is what mine looks like actually right now. Actually, it did two of them. This was for the last 6 months. If you look at the music that I've listened to, my Morgan Goldfest would be kicking off. We have No Effects headlining with comedian Matt Brogner, Operation Ivy, The Misfits, The Clash, Propaganda, Beastie Boys, Sonic Interactive, Blowfly. I don't know if anybody knows Blowfly, but Blowfly he's love me some Blowfly. And Bird Cloud too. I love Bird Cloud. Night 2 would be Ween featuring the Ramones, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Led Zeppelin, Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. I've been on a big Scott Bradley kick lately. Weird Al. I've always been one of my favorites. Bright Eyes, The Descendants, New Riders of the Purple Sage, and Grateful Dead. So a little hippie music in there too. Then Night 3 headlining with Metallica. We got Jawbreaker, The Violent Femmes, Dead Kennedys, Booker T and the MGs, Pixies, Ramshackle Glory, The Death Set, Belle and Sebastian, Nirvana, Lawrence Arms, and Kool Keith. So those are some of my favorite bands. That's actually, if you want to know what I've been listening to a lot lately on Spotify, this is the stuff that I'm usually listening to. So hopefully that answers your question. All right. Did you help or give advice to Alfred on his videos? Yeah, a little bit. As Alfred was planning on trying to do a YouTube channel, he had questions and thought, hey, what do you think about this or that or equipment? And I've definitely given him my thoughts, kind of helping him with some of the things that I learned over the years to help him grow better. So yeah, absolutely. That's what you do with your friends. You help your friends. You give your friends advice on the things you know about. Alfred gives me so much advice on stuff that I know nothing about around the farm, and I really rely on him. If I can just give back like a tiny, tiny little bit by talking about how to edit a video or thinking about content for YouTube, I'm happy to give that freely. So yeah. When will the cats move into the dog palace? Probably later this week. I will take a morning and rather than messing around with the cows in the barn, I'll probably do a little mini build and turn that into a video. But yeah, very soon, I would say, John. All right. Would you ever do meat rabbits? Probably not, only because I know my wife Allison would become so attached to them, and then we would just have thousands of rabbits, and that would be good for anybody. Will you ever make a plushie of any other animals? Yeah, possibly. I think the next two in line would either be Abby or Pablo Barncat. I might let people vote on which one I would do, but it would be one of those two. Also, Molly and Ginny would be in the running for sure. No offense to little Lil back here. I don't know if wait, hold on. Let me take away the screen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but Lil is she loves to sit in the chair right behind me over here. And she's just napping right now. Yeah, sweetie. I know. I love that little cat. I think sometimes you guys don't see it as much in the videos, just because Lil's like always inside with me here. But she is like when I'm inside working on stuff or working here and things. When I'm down in the kitchen cooking, when I'm making soap, like Lil is with me at all times. Pretty much when I'm doing that stuff. Oh, looks like my internet's getting bad. Sorry, guys. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Wow. Thank you guys for all the generosity. This is awesome. Thank you. I see somebody else donated. I'm trying to see who it is. Fortunately, top chat. Oh, I can't see. I'm sorry. I see somebody donated $20 and I missed it. I'm sorry. That I did. Will you give Abby and Toby the antlers if you bag a buck? You know what? I don't know. That's a good question. Part of I think I'd want to keep them for myself, to be quite honest. Like if I was bagging a buck a year, I would definitely give it to them. That first buck that I bagged, because I still never bagged one. Yeah, I don't know. Turkeys are rough. First-hand experience. Yeah, thank you for that tip, Jack. I agree. They are very it's easier said than done just to say, oh, you should just raise some turkeys. So yeah. Okay, what other questions we got here? Would you ever do a collab? Oh, another. I feel like I already answered this one. Like yeah, White House on the Hill. I mean, I love them. I think they're great people. Jake's a friend of mine. Like, Becky's awesome. Like, yeah, I mean, I think that the hardest thing with doing a collab with them, right, is I'm not out in Missouri, and they're not here in Vermont, and so it's hard to do like collaborations and projects with folks who aren't local. Like, I think you're more likely to see me do another collab video with like Al Lumna because Al's, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes from me here, versus like, I've got lots of friends and, they're in like the South or Missouri, like, and I'd love to do videos with them or Texas, but like it's harder to do. So yeah. We got about 4 inches of snow, and that was about it. And then we had some flurries even today, but yeah, so not a lot. It has not been very snowy here yet. Yeah, Ronald, and you'll actually see this in the video that I make about how much money we earned on the farm this year. I'm very happy with how Kurt yielded, and to kind of answer Duck Fat's question. We have sold about half of Kurt Cobain. I mean, which is a lot. So it's a couple 100 pounds of beef that we've sold so far. Mostly it was to people who were coming to the farm to buy ducks and geese. And it was like, kind of good to be able to sell them something else too. And so, yeah, I've been very pleased. We've been eating some as well. And like when I do the financial tally, basically I charge myself back for the beef that I eat just to do some true fair accounting. Are your cattle pure Highlands? Because they don't look like it. If not, are they mixed with? So some of them are, some of them aren't. None of them are registered, but our new bull who's coming, early next year, he will be registered. So, like for example, Audrey, who is the wait, no, that's Anna Green Gables. There's Audrey. So Audrey, that cow right there, she's Highland, and if I had to guess, I think she's like actually mixed with like Black Angus or something. But she definitely doesn't look purebred Highland versus other cows like Annabelle. She definitely looks pure Highland. And so it's just a little bit of a mix. Okay. Any progress with the water springs? Well, so not really, because my plan wasn't to try to do anything now. What I expect to do is, oh, thank you for that donation. What I expect to do is oh, thanks, Ron Fella, I appreciate that. What I do expect to do that stuff in the spring and summer. And so I think what I'm going to do is, for the section that you can see up on the top of the pasture, that part where I went out with my tractor and did a little digging, For that section, which you can kind of see up in this visual that's on the screen now, that I'll probably have Alfred come out and dig a pond up there. I've really come to that conclusion. And then what I will do is I'll run like a black pipe from where the spring is all the way to the farm, and that will be how I get that water from that was in the spring out there as well. So yeah. Oh wow, I am like 20 minutes behind on the chat. I'm realizing this now. I'm missing lots of stuff. Hey, it's my friends, the Naked Gardeners. What's going on there, guys? So Toby and Abby do sleep in the dog barn together, but they don't like cuddle. I think, basically they, like are like around, but I think actually Abby kind of annoys Toby is if I did like really get into what it is. Yeah. And we'll have some Abby merch. I've been trying to design an Abby t-shirt, and honestly, it hasn't been going well. I will tell you guys this: we will be releasing a new t-shirt in January. We took the last 2 months off because we've had the plushies and the calendars, and it just felt like we we're doing too much. But in January, we will have a new t-shirt, and it's going to be a Molly Murder Mittens t-shirt. And let me just tell you, it is. I am so pumped. This is like the coolest band t-shirt you can imagine. Picture that, but for Molly Murder Mittens. That's what this is going to be. It's going to be great. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. All right. Okay, let's see more questions. I'm going to scan through here. I'm jumping ahead. Sorry if I missed some questions. Yeah, we still do fan mail. I'm not doing a sticker giveaway. I'll probably start doing sticker giveaways again in January, but not right now. Yes, I love South Park. I think it's a legendary show. It's hysterical. Yes, I'm a huge South Park fan. All right. Okay. Did you ever do after school sports? If so, what? So when I was a kid, I was really into baseball. Like if you were going to ask me what was my sport of choice, it would have been baseball. I played like for the briefest of seconds, like football freshman year of high school, and I hated it. I just hated the coaches and the whole, I don't know, vibe of it. But yeah, growing up as a kid, baseball was my number one sort of after school and side spot. Jack's calling me emo because I listen to Bright Eyes. Oh man. The book is coming this spring, Piper Lee. Nothing to announce just yet, but the way it's going to work is there will be a Kickstarter that gets launched in the spring, and then we'll go to press in the summer and the distributing stuff like late summer into the fall. That is the plan for the book. So the Toby Dog book is coming. I'm also actually starting to write another book. I don't want to give anything away about it yet, but there is another thing going there. So stay tuned with that. All right. No, I have no plans for alpacas. It just, if I was going to do an animal for fiber, I'd rather do sheep, quite honestly. And so, yeah, no plans for alpacas. All right, let's see. Let's go. What is my favorite scent of soap? I think either the Toby or the Lil are my favorite scents of soap. Both are really good. Yeah. Well, yeah, I do. I mean, like especially if Alfred's doing like a job like he's doing right now. Oh wow, thank you Anonymous for that $50 donation. This is amazing. We're up to 7,500. This is great, guys. Do you think we could break 10,000? I don't know. That's probably too ambitious for tonight. But yes, I do pay Alfred. I especially when he's doing stuff like, sometimes he'll come and just help me with something, like friends helping friends. But like if I have him here for a couple days doing excavator work, putting in pillars for a barn, I feel like it would be unright to not pay the guy. Like so yes, I do pay him. For sure. All right, let's keep going here. Let's keep going. I still haven't found a tanner, Rebecca. So Kurt Cobain's hide still sits in one of our freezers. But I'm hoping to find somebody. I'm working on it still. I have not given up yet. I really would love to have his hide either as like a wall hanging or a rug in my office. And so, yeah. Yeah, that's that is Lil's chair right there. No doubt about it. All right. What else? What other questions we got? A Bruce the Goose plushie. That could be kind of fun. No, Bryce. Lil is not declawed. Allison will come through every couple of weeks and cut her toenails or fingernails or whatever. But no, she's not declawed. I don't think that that's good for cats to declaw them. I mean, that's like picture like ripping out your fingernails. Like I wouldn't be good for anybody. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Jack the Ripper. I appreciate that. So there won't be a Kurt Cobain soap because it's all Kurt Cobain soap. So, I actually really grappled with this of like, do I name the soap after the animal it comes from or after other animals? And kind of what I settled on was after other animals, because like next year it's going to be different steers providing the soap, but some of those same flavors I want to, or scents I want to carry over to the next year. Anna, there are Toby Dog plushies available right now. We actually did one more run of production. And so if you go on our website right now and try to order them, you won't get it before Christmas, but they are available. So if you want to try to get some, grab them quick because they might sell out again pretty quickly. Yeah. Oh, hey. All right. Yeah. So Wicked Awesome Gardening was actually probably the last YouTube collaboration I did. So Danny from Wicked Awesome Gardening, you should check out her channel. She actually came up to the farm and we did a little collab and I gave her a tour and hung out and it was really fun hanging out with her. And so, yeah, that was actually the last collaboration I did. You should check it out. I don't know, Danny, if you want to post a link, go ahead. And yeah, there you go. Oh, wow. A couple more donations. Thank you, Anonymouses, for those $20 and $50 donations, respectively. Guys, your generosity is going to mean a lot to a lot of folks. So thank you. So there you go. Top 3 Stephen King books. Ooh, this is a good one. And wow, you're going to count the entire Dark Tower series as one? Well, that's obviously one then, no doubt about it. I think if I had to go another one, The Stand. And then number 3, that's tough. I mean, it's pretty great, but man, the end of it, I don't know. I don't like the end of it. You got me stumped, Leah. You really got me stumped. You know what? I'm going to go with Different Seasons. So Different Seasons is the novella that includes The Body, which ended up becoming that movie Stand By Me. It includes Rita Hayworth in The Shawshank Redemption, which became The Shawshank Redemption. It also includes Apt Pupil. It's really just good, like, short stories. And yeah, I'd make that my number 3. I like one of the things I like about Stephen King is like I like his writing about normal stuff even more than I like his like horror writing, which I think is part of why I like Different Seasons so much. Yeah, I might try to do a barn tour. I feel like I got to clean my barn before I feel comfortable doing a barn tour. It's a little bit of a mess right now. All right. My duck is eating her eggs, and it took a while to find out, but ever happened to you? Any suggestions? It's not a good one. Honestly, if your duck is eating your eggs, you got to make sure you get those eggs immediately from her. And maybe you can break the habit, but even then, it's hard. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but it's really difficult to break that habit when it happens with either a duck or a chicken. And sometimes you even have to like cull them if you can't control it. I really enjoy cooking, but I don't know if people enjoy watching me cook that much. So I'm not sure a cookbook would work. I don't know if there'd be enough interest, to be honest. I appreciate the suggestion though. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's keep going. Oh, you'd buy my cookbook? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. What's your favorite job on the farm? I think my favorite chore on the farm is moving the cattle in the summer
that is like my favorite. Like, you know, setting up the fencing, having them move from like one spot to another. Honestly, that's my favorite like activity on the farm for sure. I love that very, very much. Makes me very happy to be out there with them doing that. All right. Scanning through these questions. Sorry. Oh, Tractor Supply. All right. Somebody wants me to talk about Tractor Supply. All right. Should I talk about Tractor Supply? All right. I'm going to talk about Tractor Supply. So I don't even know where to start with this one. There's been some drama in the homesteading world lately. Jack. Rose is saying no. And just as I was about to start talking about it, my internet went fuzzy. So it's a trap. Everybody's mourning me. I don't know if because yeah. Censorship. Yeah, no. So yes, there has been some drama, and I will say this. Number one, I actually think where a lot of folks are coming from on this issue. So apparently Tractor Supply store in Waco, Texas supported a kind of a gay and trans pride event. I think it was like it's out on the Brazos in Waco is actually what it was called. And it's just basically a general pride event that they were hosting. I think the Waco Pride Group was hosting, and the Tractor Supply Foundation sponsored it some way, somehow, apparently. And like some really not good people have been very vocal about how negative that is, saying that they're grooming children and saying these really homophobic and transphobic things that I think are just absolutely atrocious. And I'm going to try to avoid going to too much here, but yeah, I think it's horrible what some of these folks have been saying. Look, I've had my beefs with Tractor Supply in the past. I have no beef with that. I mean, I think that they're doing that. I actually think it's a positive. But the fact that certain people would say that that's grooming children and that's like, predatory behavior, that's and just I think it's completely unacceptable. And so yeah, no, that is that's terrible. And so yeah, that whole situation made me angry, but not for the same reason a lot of other people are angry about it, almost for the exact opposite reason. So yeah, that's I guess my take on the whole situation. I probably won't go into too much more unless I learn more, because the details are also very, very sketchy there. So yeah, I think it's yeah, it makes me mad. I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right. So let's bring this back up. Let's get to some fun ones. Will I ever visit Finland? I don't know. I could see going to Finland. I'd have fun in Finland. I'd really like it. I don't know if Allison would want to go. Allison and I are planning on doing a vacation next year. I'm not going to tell you guys when, just for honestly for security reasons, but we've been talking about going on a vacation. We're talking about either going to Scotland or Italy. Those would be the next two places that we would go to if we go on a vacation. And so next year, our hope is to go to one of those two places. Has your vet come out for the cattle yet? No. So I don't know if you caught this earlier, Simber Matic. My vet's actually coming later this week, and I am definitely planning on, going for the snip for my two bull calves. Well, I probably will end up tagging them because I'm going to have to run them all through the chute anyway. So probably that'll definitely be something that hopefully as long as my vet's cool with being in the video, I'll show in a video. If they're not, then I won't. So there you go. What about goats for milk to drink and make cheese and soap? Yeah, I just don't like goats. And it's funny, like I know my friend Rose, who's one of the mods here, she's in the chat and she's a goat ninja expert. She knows so much about goats. And I just am not a goat fan personally. I think the thing that you might see me do, Allison will probably smack me when she hears that I said this. I think I'd be more likely to get a dairy cow than get a goat by far. So there you go. But yeah. All right. How did you decide you wanted your own farm in Vermont and not in another state? So, well, Samantha, we really did think about other states. You know, we were living when kind of this dream sort of really started to get acted upon. We were actually living in Washington, D.C. So the first place we were actually looking were rural Maryland and rural Virginia. But, you know, my wife and I were both from New England. Like, I personally prefer a colder climate versus a hot climate. And that's honestly how we ended up getting up here. And we just really like Vermont. Just, you know, beautiful area, great people, very laid back, not overpopulated, had at the time very relatively affordable land. And so that's it was those factors kind of all working together that got us up here. The bees are good. I still actually have not put them into their winter quilt yet. I will probably do that this week, but even next week, it's like one of those things where it's like it just hasn't been necessary yet because it just hasn't been that cold. But I will probably do it very soon. All right, here's something else, and not so remote, Alaska. I'm going to assume you're saying this in good faith, but I'm going to really take issue with it. I think that for folks who think that to talk about gay folks or trans folks with children is inappropriate, I think you're coming from a very, very dark place. And I think you're not realizing that there are families out there with two fathers, or families out there with two mothers, or families out there with trans parents. And to act like, well, you can do it, but just don't mention it around kids. That to me is like horrible. That's denying the existence of certain people. That's denying the existence of certain families. And yeah, I can't get behind that point of view in the least bit. No. Question, is Washington, D.C. a state? No, game farmer. Washington, D.C. is not a state. It is a federal district. And I'll tell you this, I'm actually one of those folks who strongly believes that the folks of Washington, D.C. could or should be a state. You know, when I lived in Washington, D.C., I effectively had taxation without representation. I had no senator. I had no representative in the House of Representatives. And so the laws that were being made were not representing me in my community because I lived in Washington, D.C., like actually inside the district. And so I do think Washington, D.C. should be a state, but no, it is not a state. Yeah, I know Rose is a huge Goats fan. All right. Is the bull going to be a baby by the time it comes? No. So the bull was born in July. So the bull will be a little bit smaller and younger than my other calves. Yeah, no, not, I wouldn't call him a baby. He's going to be weaned. He's going to be about 6 months old when he arrives here at the farm. Well, David, hunting season, actually a rifle season here in Vermont for deer just ended yesterday. And I did not get anything. I did go out more times than I ever did before. So that was great, but, nope, I had no luck in bagging anything. Is there still a HelloFresh discount in Howard Frank and Bean? I don't know. You could try the code. It's been a while since I ran that promotion, so I don't know, Jack. But Frank and Bean are doing good. You know, it's funny. Frank, who is our goose that I raised with Bean the duck, he actually or she. I'm not. I think Frank is a girl, if I had to guess. So I'm still not certain. But anyway, she really hangs out with the ducks. So she's like almost the opposite of Ron Swanson. So where Ron Swanson is the duck who thinks she's a goose, Frank is the goose who thinks she's a duck, and it works out pretty well, actually. So yeah. Yes, I have ridden horses. I'm not a big horse guy though. I don't know, honestly. You know, I would not say that I'm a big horse guy, but yes, I've ridden before. Currently looking for a farm to buy: chickens, garden, alpacas, trees. Do you think 10 acres could be enough? Probably. Like, I mean, if your goal is just to raise food for you and your family and have some animals, I think 10 acres is definitely enough. I mean, if you want to have a herd of like 20 cattle, probably not. But if you wanted to have, you know, a flock of chickens and a couple of alpacas and some trees and a garden, absolutely is enough. I think you could probably even do what you're talking about in 5 acres. But it really, here's what it comes down to, May. What's your goal? What do you want to actually try to do? Like really think about those things. And then from there, you can kind of figure it out in terms of how much land, what type of land, that sort of thing that you're going to actually need. Vermont, very laid back, except for hound hunters. True, Sarah, true. You know, Chris, I actually don't think I'll ever end up doing like kind of permanent like live camera feeds or live streams of like the bird yard or the cattle yard or something like that. I think it's a couple of reasons. Number one, I feel like that robs me of the ability to like kind of tell the stories in videos, which I really like doing. And I think number two, like I like to have it like where I'm on and I'm recording and I'm on camera and it's like something I'm consenting to doing, or I'm off. I feel like if I have to like have it constant, I don't have that control, and that makes me feel less comfortable. And so there, and then there's also some internet bandwidth technology issues that like it would be like my internet costs would go up a lot because I'd be sending out so much more of an upload, and I don't know, I just don't think it's going to be worth it. So no is the answer, Chris. No, but I've seen the movie Kingpin. All right. Oh, I love you too, Rose. All right. What's the best beginner chicken, and what would you recommend for a backyard flock coop? So honestly, the best beginner chickens, I mean, I don't know. I think Barred Rocks are pretty good. They're the black and white ones. I have a few of them in my flock. Cochins are also pretty good because they're pretty chill. And so I don't know. Those would be my recommendations. In terms of a backyard coop, I mean, you can find a lot of good designs online. The thing that I actually think is useful, and you probably wouldn't want to use it in the winter, but it'd be great in the summer, is the John Siskovic I'm sorry, I'm like talking myself out here. The John Siskovic stress-free chicken tractor, I think is the best design for a chicken tractor. It's super versatile. I have a couple of them here on the farm, and you can use it just in a number of different ways. And to me, I think that is one of the better options. I mean, if you want to build like a hoop coop structure like you see here, even if it's a smaller version of what I've got, I mean, that can work. But what's nice about those chicken tractors is that they're so flexible. Oh, well, thank you for that, Stoner. Oh, by the way, thank you guys. I see I missed a couple more donations here. Thank you, Katrina Hart. Really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm scrolling through YouTube to see if I can find others. But yeah, thank you guys for these donations. It's super appreciated. Could you talk about the processing and cost of cows in venison? Well, I mean, all right. So I can talk to you about the cost of processing Kurt Cobain. It was about $750, I think, somewhere like that, for processing Kurt Cobain. And that was getting everything packaged for retail sale, USDA inspected, my own label on it, the whole 9 yards. That's what it cost. Yeah. Oh, my favorite state flag is by far Vermont. Vermont's got the coolest state flag. Like, it just says freedom and unity, which are such great concepts to like have juxtaposed with each other. So yeah, no, I'm a huge fan. Allison spends a fair amount of time with her. She like will go out kind of once a day and like say hi to everybody and hang out. Particularly when she's gardening, she's out there a lot. If I'm going to be honest, Allison's favorite animal on the farm is Pablo Barn Cat, like hands down, like no question about it. Like Pablo is her furry son. She loves Pablo above all other animals on the farm, but she likes the dog. She's just not generally a big dog person, but she actually she's gotten very much in the habit of taking Abby on walks. Like, and she and Abby will go walk through the permaculture orchard. And so she really enjoys doing that. But yeah, so there you go. No, you can just go to goldshawfarm.com/shop and you can order our calendars. They're going to be available for a couple more weeks. We're still got a few left to sell. And so, yeah. The Tigers are coming April 1, 2023. So stay tuned for that. Yes, Lynette's right. Let's hit the 10,000 goal. We're getting close. We're 8,100. Wow, we're getting there almost, guys. Okay, this is a great one from B. Karras. So I actually, I put out this video today showing my process for making soap. It's pretty much the same process I've used for making all the soap that we're going to be selling in a couple of weeks. But what I will say is that process was like a refinement. In the last, I have made so many batches of soap over the last 9 months or so, 10 months. And what I have found is I tried experimenting with like using a duck egg in it to like see if it makes it latherier. What I found is like it didn't blend all that well. And maybe I was doing it wrong, but I experimented with that. I experimented with like grits and scrubby, and that never quite came out all that good. And so the recipe that I have now is very much based on that experimentation. And I did try egg. I just couldn't get it to work for me. So yeah, that's it. Oh, sure. If you want to send things, you can send anything to any of the animals, honestly. Goldshaw Farm, P.O. Box 225, Peacham, Vermont, 05862. So that's Goldshaw Farm, P.O. Box 225, Peacham, Vermont, 05862. Feel free to send whatever to that. And you can check it out. I know. I can't believe it. We're up over 8,100 now. This is crazy. This is getting up there. This is exciting, guys. Oh yeah, definitely watch Urban Rescue Ranch. Actually, if you wanted to know YouTubers that I'd be likely to collaborate with, Ben is up there on that list. Like, all right, I'm gonna put together like folks that I have not yet collaborated with that I'd like to make YouTube videos. I'll throw Ben on there. I'll throw White House on the Hill on there. I'd love to do something with my buddy Jason down in the South over at Cog Hill. Who else would I want to really do stuff? Like I think those would be my top three. Oh, and my buddy Bo, who's been on live streams before with me, Bo Brotherton down in Texas, that I'd love to do that too. I actually might make a trip out to Texas at some point and hang out with Ben, and hang out with Bo and Kelly and all those guys, because that would be another fun thing to do. Well, ran into some problems. I don't know how to explain it, Mad Slasher, but there is a reason I'm missing this hand. Let's just say that, okay? Sarah, I might do another 360 video. I have my 360 cameras downstairs. What you actually see me doing more and more, and like here's an example of it, is incorporating 360 video into my other videos. So like this shot right here that you're looking at was something I shot with the 360 camera. I was actually doing a camera test yesterday morning when I recorded this. It kind of looks like almost like a drone shot. What I find though is that most folks don't like the 360. So I know you might be in the minority, but I get so many complaints every time I put out a 360 video, and it's like a bummer to like work hard and make a video and then have everybody complaining about it. And so I don't know. I probably won't make one anytime soon, is quite honestly. Do you ever wish you had a formal education or farmer experience in agriculture? What sort of program would you take? I mean, yes and no. I mean, I actually think that my experience in the business world and marketing has paid off for how I've been building the farm in a very, very significant way. And I think if I had a traditional ag background, I wouldn't have that. I mean, you know, learning how to take care of animals, learning how to do stuff around the farm, learning all that stuff, it's work and you need to know it, but it's not like you have to go to college for that. And so, or have other things to do for that. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm very happy with the path that I took. So yeah. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to know more details. Like I can't just, you know, it's too, GMO encompasses such a wide world that I couldn't give you a comment without having some more details. Ooh, chicken milk. I think I should look into that. That's a good one, Stevie. Yeah, chicken milk. That could be the ticket. Or I wonder if you can do duck milk. Can you milk a duck? I don't know. Can you? How much do I pay for the internet anyway? Oh, that's a good question. I'm not too sure. I have actually I switched recently to Starlink. So we have actually satellite internet here. We don't have Comcast in our area. They're not even the cable provider for this area. And I think it's like about $100 a month is what I pay. I gotta say it's been pretty good. It's been a little glitchy here tonight for this live stream, but generally it's been pretty good. It's been better than my old stuff, that's for sure. Top 2 Ween albums. Pure Guava and I'm gonna say Pure Guava and the Mollusk. I'm starting a YouTube channel and I raise animals just like you. I've been doing it for years. How do you come up with ideas for your videos? I'm having a hard time coming up with ideas to film. Well, so typically what I will do is I will sit down once or twice a week and I will kind of try to list out as many ideas as I possibly can. Just like, even if they're crappy ideas, just like write them all down, come up with as many ideas as you possibly can. And as I do that, what I really am trying to do is find a way to, just kind of come up with concepts that could work and think about what story I want to tell. And then I think about what would the title be? What would the thumbnail be? What would the first 30 seconds be? And so that's usually what I'm thinking about. And once I have at least a couple of those things planned out, that would be typically how I then go out and start shooting a video. All right, I'm falling back behind again. Tell you what, Abandoned Pastures, if you want to try to do a collab, yeah, we can try to figure out something. Shoot me an email. We'll figure something out. I really do want to support folks, particularly small creators as they're getting going. So yeah, shoot me a message. We'll figure something out. Goldshawfarm@gmail.com. Ben's chaotic video person make an interesting collab. I would have so much fun doing it. Yeah, I actually have a video idea. I don't want to give it away, but I have a video idea that I want to do with Ben specifically. Yeah, see, Rain Go Away hates the 360 videos. People get all annoyed. Yeah, see, like, here's the thing, guys. If you watch a 360 video on like an Oculus headset, it is the coolest thing on earth. I go back and watch my old 360 videos from like 2 or 3 years ago, and it's like I'm traveling back to a different time and place on the farm. It's the most incredible thing. I will still do 360 videos just because I personally like having that like archive that I can travel back in time to. It's I don't know how else to explain it, but it's incredible. And yeah, you know what, actually, that's actually a good idea for a 360 video where I like show different videos from over years past. All right. Sorry, I don't mean to be, so you were asking, where do I get my ideas for my videos? It's exactly this type of thing. I just, bounce ideas around. It's a lot of fun. I love making it. No, you know what? So Misfit Fox, I know that first day that Toby was sleeping under there, for the most part, he actually has been spending a lot of time in the doghouse. He really likes it in there. So no, I don't have plans to put it there. No luck. No luck in AI land. We're gonna have to wait for our bull boy. This is gonna be a little bit of a tricky gap. Yeah. Weird chicken milk. Rebecca, you're a genius. Yes, that's what I need to do. Weird chicken milk. Not a fan, but like I said, Patricia, you're gonna see like shots like hold on, let me see if I can pull it up again. Shots like this one, right, where I'm like walking around with the camera and it's like flying above me. That's all with a 360 camera, and so you'll see more of that stuff for sure. Wow, $8,200. That's crazy, guys. You guys are so generous. I appreciate this so much. Thank you, Katrina Hart. Yeah, wow. 24 hours. Well, I mean, it's only 9:30 and I still have half a seltzer here, so we're gonna keep going until at least the seltzer runs out. What's my favorite Frank Zappa album? I think my favorite Frank Zappa album, it's actually technically a Mothers of Invention, or maybe it's technically the Mothers, is We're Only in It for the Money. I think that might be my favorite one. The soap is not on sale just yet. Sign up for our mailing list. Hold on, I'll get you guys a link for that. You can find the link actually in today's video too. But sign up for the mailing list and I will do an alert the minute it goes live on the website. And so that'll be your best chance to get the soap. Yeah, it's not on sale yet. See, what happens is after you make the soap, it needs a little time to cure. And so I want to just make sure it all cures properly before I sell stuff. And I don't want to put it on sale before it's ready to be on sale, or sell soap that I don't have to sell. Yes, I'll do some more POV cat videos. I was like taking a little break from them just to give folks a little rest from it so they don't get bored of it. But I have my camera charged up. And you know what, Moon Fairy, just for you, I think little Ginny Barncat's going to be wearing this sucker tomorrow. How about that? No, you know what? I never talked to Patera. It's really weird, actually. So, I reached out to her. And it said, hey, what charity could I donate when I made that $5,000 donation? And she told me the East Tennessee Food Share that I donated to. And then I never heard from her. They're like, thank you, or that's great, or nothing, complete radio silence. It was actually very weird to me. I don't know. People are going to be people, I guess. Pig milk. I've heard stories of people losing fingers trying to milk pigs. So I don't know if I want to do that. Even though I think it would be funny, I just don't know if I'd want to do that. Wow, Joyce Britton, thank you very, very much. I appreciate that donation. All right, let's see what other questions we got. So, and I'll label this very appropriately when I talk about it. In terms of what's in there, it's, we've got a mix of obviously beef tallow, lye, coconut, olive, and or avocado oil, depending on the actual recipe of soap. And different soaps, for example, the Lil is just coconut and tallow. The Molly is, I think, avocado and tallow and coconut. So different blends, but those are the basic ingredients, and lye. And then we have the essential oils that are the flavors or the scents for each of them. And we also have coloring for some of them. And so those will all be listed. In terms of the allergy risk, I don't know. That's a decision you're going to have to make. But that has been my experience. Question: do you have or have you played Farming Simulator? If not, it would be funny. So I've never really played it. I've tried playing it once, and I don't know. It's so complicated. I used to play Stardew Valley though. Stardew Valley, I used to play a lot. That would be maybe a funny game to do. Yeah, maybe I'll try to get Alfred on another upcoming live stream soon. Yeah, that could be fun. It's actually nice when I have other people, like when I had Bo on the other week and he was like talking with me. Yeah, that'd be. Where did Audrey 1 get her name from? Well, if you guys ever seen Little Shop of Horrors, right? So Little Shop of Horrors is this story about Seymour who gets these plants, this plant that falls from outer space that turns into be this giant man-eating plant. Well, his girlfriend, or the girl that he's in love with, her name is Audrey, but then he names the plant Audrey 2. And so I thought it was just funny to call Audrey the cow Audrey 1 after Audrey, but I didn't want people to think it was the plant Audrey, but the girl Audrey. So that's why I call her Audrey 1. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, Jack, that is kind of a crazy idea. That's most definitely a crazy idea. I don't know. I gotta say, this exercise that I've been undertaking lately of trying to milk my beef cows has me thinking more and more about potentially. I don't know. I could see getting like just a single Jersey cow and like slipping it into my herd and milking her, and yeah, I don't know. I could see it being possible. Start is your freaking jam. Yeah, exactly. Stoner's got it right. Actually, maybe this might be what I might do. I might do this as like a fundraiser almost, where I play a video game, like I do like a video game live streaming, and if I can like raise money while I do it, I would totally do that. Wow, 8,300, Lynette says. That's amazing. Thank you guys. Wow, we're getting there. This is so good. Hey, Copper Kettle Farms, good to see you, buddy. All right. Feed me Seymour. Yeah, I'm basically let loose the goose. Were you able to rest your pastures before returning? Yes. So all right. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Roman. There was about a week where I was like 57 days behind, or between 55 and 59 days behind. Like it varied over the course of that week. And that was like the last week I had him out on pasture. But up until that, yeah, I was always 60 days or even a couple days more than that. And so I felt really good about my rotations this year. I thought it worked out great. So yeah. How about selling bags of Toby fur? Well, for folks who are ordering the special edition calendar, you might be getting some official Toby fur. I'm just saying. There's some cool stuff that happens to come into the special edition calendar here. Gold Shop Farm Gaming Channel. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's going to want to see that. You can name the Jersey cow Bruce Springsteen. Well, no, but it would be a girl. I don't know. Maybe Patti Smith or something. Maybe it was something like that. Wow, everybody's really into this gaming concept. All right, maybe I might look into options on how I could do this. All right. Wow, we're at 8,300. This is getting great. All right, this is all right. You love the portrait of Toby? I love that portrait too. It makes me so happy to like come into my office here and have it there. I love that thing. Yeah. So I wouldn't do it myself, just because that's a lot of work, and I don't really want to be a butcher, to be quite honest. But I am talking to somebody. I shouldn't say too much, but I might actually work with somebody. Yeah, Pat Benatar. I could see that as a name. Yeah. Superfly. I actually played Superfly. That could be. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to get that going tonight, unfortunately. That would just be too hard. Animal Crossing. I can see playing that. Yes, we definitely do. Actually, so this time of year, when I go through like once a week and scoop up the cow poop, usually what happens is I'll take that and I'll spread it out into the garden. So yes, it most definitely does. Yeah, we're up to $8,300, Copper Kettle. This is getting intense up in here. So yeah. Kim Deal would be an outstanding name. I love that idea. I absolutely love the Pixies. I absolutely love Kim Deal. I love the Breeders. Yeah, that's a great name. What if we played a modded Stardew Valley and it could be multiplayer and play with you guys? Yeah, that could be kind of fun. I don't know. I'm gonna do some research and see if I can figure this out. It could be funny to just do streaming for a night. When are you making? Well, I mean, I'm shooting it right now, to be honest, Beast King. There will be a video that comes out in a couple weeks. I just want to try to actually milk them. The process leading up to it, me building the milking stanchion, like I've been doing all that stuff. Like there's footage of all that happening right now. But just I haven't milked them yet is the quite honest answer. Yeah. So, all right. Let me tell you a little more about this dream. And again, this is such a pipe dream, like not a thing that I'm doing, but like, you know, I think about things and this is usually where things end up going. What I'm thinking about is what if I got like a single Jersey cow and introduced her into my herd, and that way I could actually use my new steer Randy Savage and breed. I could have these interesting Jersey Highland crossbreeds. And you know, the males I'd use for beef and they'd be good beefy animals, and the females might end up being milkers too. I don't know. It's something I think about from time to time. The barn, where'd Brace's question go? There it goes. The barn cats actually do come in. Like if the weather gets below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, I bring the barn cats in and they go down in the basement or up into the attic. No, I wouldn't want to get a Holstein. Holsteins are too big. Particularly because I have smaller cows with my Highlands. Holsteins would be way too big. I wouldn't want that. Jersey or like a brown Swiss, maybe I could see. But yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. not a Holstein. Ziggity, not good. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I went out a lot of mornings. I spent more hunting this fall than I've ever spent. It's been awesome, but no, I did not get a buck. Didn't even see a buck. I saw a couple does, but did not see a buck. So I didn't even take a shot. Yeah, they're roughly the same size. Not exactly, but in the ballpark. Yeah, Holsteins are just like if you've ever seen a Holstein, and we have a lot of Holsteins around in this area, they are just tanks. They are just gigantic milk tanks. They are huge. Jerseys are smaller-ish. I mean, they're a little bit bigger than a Highland, but they're not much bigger. But yeah, no, I would not see me doing sorry, I would not see me doing a Holstein. I'll definitely do another night with it would have to get a little warm. It's a little cold right now. I mean, it is 28 degrees and it's going to go down to 19 tonight. I don't know if I really want to sleep outside in that, to be quite honest, even though it'd be kind of fun to camp out in the dog barn, because that would be definitely where to go. All right. I think I am losing my voice and I do have a video to shoot tomorrow, but thank you, Lynn Shaw, for that donation. And thank you guys, all of you who donated tonight. It's been super, super appreciated. And so I just want to say thank you. And it's been fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you to my moderators, Lynette over 13 Moons Over Mayhem, Copper Kettle Farms. Thank you to Jack at the Mindful Homestead. Thank you to Tammy over the Gillette Homestead. Thank you to Rose over at Wholesome Roots. Thank you guys. It's very, very much appreciated. Please show love to the mods. This would not be possible without them. And so thank you guys. I hope everybody has a great night. And I will be back next Wednesday with another live stream. I will be coming out with a new video. There'll be some shorts probably tomorrow, but then a new long video on Thursday. But I hope everybody has a great night, and thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.